Okay, Joe's with us. Joe, let's just unmute you. How's Joe?
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Good, we're good. Are you in lockdown over there?
Oh, we're in lockdown. That's why I missed last week's call, and I want to apologize to everybody that jumped on. I got a call from the school that said, hey, come get your kids. When you have schools and you have kids in two different areas, we're running around. My wife's going one direction, I'm going another one. We're trying to get some food, and it was crazy, man. And it's still crazy over here, but we're good. So how's everybody over there?
Well, the whole world's crazy. We're not quite in lockdown, but we're damn close to it. Food is close to being rationed.
Very close.
And toilet rolls are incredibly valuable. So what can I say? I'm going to start trading toilet rolls. I reckon there's a market there. So okay.
Yeah, second-hand ones are really cheap.
you got a problem, you Brooks. You really do have a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Guys, we know why we're on. We don't have as many as we want, but more people are coming on as we speak. But tonight's call is all about how you're going to hit P150 and P600. And we're laughing and joking right now about the things that are happening in the world right now. But the things that are happening in the world are changing the world, and they're going to change it permanently for us. There are a lot of people in coming weeks and months that are going to lose their jobs, they're going to lose their livelihoods, and they're going to be looking for a way to find a solution for them, and we have a solution. Now, you've got to be really careful not to gloat about this. You don't want to turn around and say, I told you should have been in this 6 months ago. You have a solution for people. Use this as an opportunity to help people right now. You can help yourself out at the same time, and that's a good thing as long as you're helping other people, but approach it in the right way, approach it professionally, and we have a phenomenal opportunity. And as much as coronavirus is a bad thing for the world, it's not necessarily all bad for us, but I'm going to let Joe tell you exactly how you can make the most of the opportunity that presents itself right now. Joe, over to you.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. And again, I apologize to everybody for last week. Just with this whole virus, I had to go and pick up some kids. But nevertheless, we're going to stay committed and we're going to stay making this happen. And you guys know me. I say you can make excuses or you can make it happen. So last week, it wasn't an excuse. It just literally wasn't a world emergency. I think that was the first time that we've been declared a state of emergency. And so, I apologize for that. So with that, I want to talk about, and the reason why I said that is, the reason why I say the title of today is going to be chase the skill sets and the responsibility rather than the ranks. Because I see so many people say, hey, I want to hit this rank. I want to be a chairman. All this is going to lead. We're going to go over a segment of trainings, and I'm only going to break down, like this week is going to be P150, then it'll be a P600 with that, and the next week will be P1000 and P2000, and then we're going to jump into the 5000 and the Chairman 10 eventually. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over chasing the skill sets, right? Chasing the skill sets and the responsibilities more than chasing the ranks, because I hear so many people say, hey, I want to hit this rank. I want to be a chairman. I want to do all these things, yet they can't explain the business. Yet they don't know how to place a trade. Yet they can't talk in a public setting. Yet they're holding no meetings, on weekly meetings. And so I'm going to say all this to say this. Listen, we're going to really teach the skill sets and the responsibilities of each rank that's required, which I believe is required, to obtain those ranks. And then we're going to drive business away from us. What I mean by that is people are going to be able to hold their own meetings. And we're going to, by the time we're done with this, I think that all of us, obviously we're going to have one main meeting a week and one main training a week, but all of us are going to be able to host our own one-on-one, our own weekly meetings. All of us will be able to do our own things. And what you're going to see is that the ones that are going to make the most money are the ones that can build business away from them. And what I mean by that is whether Roger, whether Simon leave and they come out to California to do a California tour with us, that the business is still growing in the UK, that the business it doesn't lose track. People are still being consistent with the meetings. People are still showing up. And that's the point when the magic happens, when we created something that duplicates away from us, right? I hear a lot of time people complain, hey, I've been at P150 for 6 months. My business is, I hate this word, stagnant, right? No, you're blessed to be at P150. You're blessed to have your membership paid for. I've been at P600 for 6 months. No, you're blessed to have your business that's paying you like that. You're blessed. Now we need to figure out what the skill sets are needed to attain the next rank, and we're going to help you get there. But you've been blessed that you have a business that's stable, not stagnant. You have a business that's stable. When you can build a business that's stable, when you can build a business that's on solid ground, then that's how we're going to work up. Skyscrapers don't happen overnight, and they don't even start on ground level. Skyscrapers start by going deep first. Skyscrapers are built by digging whatever it is, how high they want to go, digging 2 times that is deep and making sure the foundation is stable enough to hold it up. So that's what we're going to do over this, over the next couple weeks with this training with this team. We're going to learn how to maximize people's strengths instead of focusing on their weakness. Like a lot of people be like, man, I'm just not, I'm not that good of a promoter. I'm not that good. Well, we're going to get you good enough. But what we're going to do is we're going to identify everybody's strengths, and we're going to 10 times those. Does that make sense? 10 times what you're good at. That's a God-gifted ability. God given you that ability for a reason. We're going to 10 times that to help your business grow. We're going to focus on those and help your business grow. If you want to hit a certain rank, spend time with the people that are at those ranks. If you want to achieve a certain lifestyle, hang out with people at that lifestyle. So if you want to hit P600, don't just surround yourself with P150s, surround yourself with some P600s. Learn what they're doing. Here's a saying that, and I'm going back old school, I'm turning everything into what we're doing here. If you could create a P150 every single day in your business, that'll keep poverty away. If you could create a P150 every single day in your business, that's going to keep the poverty away. That'll pay the bills. That'll keep everything away. What are the skill sets that are needed to hit P150? One thing I want to talk about real quick. Here's a good book out there, guys. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Read it. I know Fraser's mastered it, right? It's called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. A phenomenal, phenomenal book. See, in my opinion, P150 is the most important rank in our business. The P150 is the most important rank in our business because you just created somebody a rank up. Maybe I didn't word that right. You just taught somebody how to rank up for the first time in their business. P150 is the first rank. And to me, it's the most important because, listen, understand this. If I never rank up, I can never teach somebody how to rank up. Does that make sense? If I never ranked up one time, I can never teach somebody how to rank up. But once I've learned it one time, I can duplicate that over and over and over and over again, and it's going to rank everybody up. Does that make sense? Again, we're going to do what duplicates, not what works. But by God darn it, man, I'm telling you right now, P150 is the most important. If you're not there at that rank, get there. Get to P150 like it's nobody's business. Work it like it's nobody's business. Drive for P150. And take notes right now on what we're going to go over on the skill sets needed to hit P150. Because I believe there's some dumb luck, and ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice, right? So people could come in and they could just be fired up and they're going to hit P150. Literally, you could do that in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Send out some messages, get some family excited, get people excited, get your core people that trust you, and you could get them involved in the business and you could be P150 easily. Okay, well, we're going to talk about the skill sets needed to obtain it. We're going to talk about the skill sets needed to obtain it right now. So P150, making 150 a month. The 3 skill sets. Number one. This is number one. Master your why. You got to master your why. Why are you in the business? And then hear me out. If you're the one who signs somebody up, you got to know their why as well. Their why has got to be as equally important to you as it is to them. See, that my true leaders know that I care about their success. If I didn't, I wouldn't answer their calls. Simon knows he could call me and I'm going to get back to him. Roger knows he could call me and I'm going to get back to him. Very rare that I don't get back to somebody. Very, very rare. But my people know that I care about them, that I care about their success. Okay? Master your why. Your why will get you through the tough times. Your why will get, because there's going to be tough times in this business. And it may not be when you hit the P150. It may be when you're going for a higher rank. But that why is going to keep you going through the tough times. Here's what I've learned. If your why is deep, so let's say Simon's why is to set up his family so that they never have to do anything work in life, that they're going to be financially, they could do what they want when they want. If they choose to go to college, it's because they want to go, not because they have to go. So say whatever it is, that's his why. His why is his family. Simon is 90% to go harder, stronger, longer, faster, do whatever it takes, because he's not doing it for self-driven reasons. He's doing it for someone else. People will quit on themselves before they will quit on their family. Listen, straight up. I will do anything. I will take a bullet for my family. 90% of people are like that. People will quit on themselves before they quit on their way. I will quit on myself before I quit on my son. Before I quit on my daughters. Before I quit on my wife. Before I quit for my mom, my dad. I'll quit on myself before I quit for them. So my why has got to be moving me. My why's got to be so deep enough. We say a saying, if your why doesn't make you cry, it's not deep enough. Your why's got to move you to stay up late. Your why's got to move you to not go to bed when you're tired. Your why's got to move you to go until you make that why a reality. Does that make sense? That's skill set number one. Remember, when you're doing this business, there's two ways, and I heard Matt Rosa talk about this on stage. There's two ways to motivate people. Two ways. You either inspire them or you manipulate them. There's two ways. We don't want to manipulate people to do the business. We want to inspire them. A true leader will be able to get somebody to get to a destination that they never intended to go to, that they never intended to work that hard at, that they never realized how hard on the lessons it was going to take them to get there. But at the end of the journey, they turn around and say thank you, because you inspired them along the way. Two ways to get people to do what they want: manipulate or inspire. The why is what separates the two. When you know your team's why, when you know your leader's why, that's what's going to separate the two, because you're going to be able to inspire them to do things in a way that they never thought that they were able to do before. And you will be inspired yourself to do things because you're doing something for someone else instead of yourself. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Number two, again, these are all things to be a P150. You got to learn the perfect invite. You have got to learn the perfect, you got to be the best promoter for the weekly meetings. You got to be the best promoter for the trainings. You got to be the person that's getting the most eyes on the screen, the most butts in seats, the most ears to hear the information. You got to master the perfect invite. You don't have to explain the business. You don't have to be a professional speaker. You don't have to be a professional trainer. You don't even have to be a professional trader. You got to be a professional inviter. Matt Rosa did a training where you can look it up. It's called The Perfect Invite. It's pretty good. I like it. I know, and he breaks it down kind of almost the same way I do. Perfect invite consists of 4 things. Number 1, be in a hurry. Number 2, clear schedule. Number 3, add value. Number 4, take it away. That's the perfect invite. Again, number 1, be in a hurry. Number 2, clear the schedule. Number 3, add value. Number 4, take it away. Listen, always when I'm inviting people, I'm in a hurry. Even when I'm piquing people's interest, I'm in a hurry. Tell me yes, tell me no, tell me quick, I gotta go. I'm always in a hurry. When I invite them, I let them know, hey, listen, I cleared my schedule. Like if I was in your guys' area and let's just say it was one of these calls. Hey, listen, I cleared my schedule and I cleared some of the top leaders in our company schedule. My mentor is going to be on this call and he's going to see who's on the call. And I told him a lot about you. He took time out of his day to be on this call with us. Add value. That just cleared the schedule and you added value. If I'm clearing my schedule to invite somebody to the house, hey, listen, my mentor, Mr. Simon Brooks, he's opening his home. He doesn't do this all the time. He cleared his schedule. He's opening his home. I mean, this guy's made $14 million in the industry. And what you're going to learn how to do. I highly respect this guy, right? I highly respect this guy. I don't want to look like a clown. So he cleared his schedule for you and I. If you're not serious, listen, I get it. This isn't for everybody. I'm taking it away. Taking it away, right? Number 3 on the skill sets to obtain P150. Number three, product usage. Product usage. Using the service. Listen, you guys partnered with DeLorean right now. They got some good trades. Last week's been a crazy market. They got good trades, though. People are making more than they're losing. If people are using the service, do you think that raises their belief level? Of course it does. Of course it does. The number one reason why people don't rank up is they're not a product of the product or a product of the service. That's why they're not ranking up. Listen, your belief level is not going to allow you to talk and share this with somebody if you're not using the service, ladies and gentlemen. If you're using the service, you're going to be able to talk confidently, boldly about the service. You don't have to, you don't have to present the business. You don't have to close the deal. You don't have to do any of those things. Professional inviter. How are you going to become a little bit better at a professional inviting? Is by knowing the service, by being able to pique somebody's interest, by being able to get them excited by what you know, and you're going to be able to know what you're talking about by using the service. Does that make sense? If you don't use the service, you'll never believe in it. If you don't believe in it, you'll never share it. It's that simple. If you don't use the service, you're not going to believe in it, and you're not going to share it, and you're not going to rank up. It's not going to happen. There's no miracle juice here. There's no miracle juice here. You work the business, you use the service, you share it with people, you're going to make an obscene amount of money. You're going to make an abundance amount of money. That's what I don't understand about this, because people have the ability to do it. Everybody has the ability to do it. Just some choose not to do it because they get a couple no's, they get a couple people that quit and they fall off. They lose track. They let the dream stealers become their dream killers. Laser focused on mastering the skill sets and the responsibility. Responsibility is a big word. Mastering those things that it takes to rank up at these certain ranks. And at each rank requires new responsibilities, new skill sets. By the way, when you're doing that, you don't throw away the previous responsibilities or the previous skill set. See, some people want Chairman 500, but do you really want Chairman 500? Do you really want to work 24/7? Do you really want to, Chairman 500 sounds great. Chairman 500 sounds great. The money sounds great, but are you really willing to pay the price that it costs? I know that maybe right now in my personal life, I might not be willing to do that. So Chairman 100 is good for me. But listen, I will hit Chairman 500 because I'm going to make those sacrifices. But you got to be real with yourself. I know this, to hit Chairman 500, It's going to require when you go on vacation that you still answer your phone. It's going to require my wife understanding that when you go on vacation, the phone is still there. It might require you to get up at 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning because you got a team on the other side of the world that you want to be able to do meetings for while everybody else is sleeping. It might require, I remember my last company, we went on vacation. We all went we were all in Mexico. And while everybody was sleeping and drunk from the night before, I was up at 4 in the morning. By the time they got up, I had 4 hours of work already done. I'm not saying that to impress you. I'm saying that, do you really want it? Because talk is cheap, action is king. Do you really want it? Do you really want to rank up? If not, be okay. It's okay to be honest. Listen, we started this call with 10 people. We're at 19. These are people who want it. I remember one time I did this training in my last company. It took us an hour and a half to get through. We started off with 140 people. By the time we were done, we had 74. 74 went on to make some good money. It was crazy, and we never did the statistics on this, but I guarantee you this, as people fell off, their rank stopped probably where they fell off at. People don't want it bad enough. Talk is cheap. New rank, new responsibility, new skill sets. So being a product of the product, being a product of the service, being able to, again, I'm not saying explain it to somebody right now. I'm not saying you have to sell them on what the harmonic scanner is. I'm not saying you have to sell them on what swipe coin is. I'm not saying you have to sell them on what DeLorean is. I'm saying you got to be able to show somebody results because you're using the service. You got to have that excitement because you use the service. I was excited. I'm excited about the service. I'm excited to share. I bought a truck cash because I used this service. Yeah, it's easy for me to share with somebody because I use the service. Okay. P150 is done. P150 is done. Now you got to learn a whole new set of skills, a whole new set of responsibilities to hit P600. See, I guarantee you this, that Simon's going for Chairman 10 right now. He's learning new skill sets and new responsibilities than what he did at P150. So we're going to learn a new skill set, some new skill sets. Skill set number 1 for P600, edification, master it. Edification, master it. The more you edify, the less somebody has to close. See, imagine if I got on this training and I was doing a training and I said, I was going to get Simon on the phone to talk to the team. And I said, no, let's forget a training. It's a 3-way phone call. Something little. 3-way phone call. So I get this guy on the phone. I go, hey, man. Hey, Bobby, what's up, brother? Hey, I got Simon on the phone. He's going to talk to you about what we're doing here in this company. And Simon, yeah, this is Bobby. Take it away. What? In my head, I'm going to be like, if I'm Bobby, I got my defenses up now. I'm like, what the heck is coming, right? I'm not comfortable. I don't got the warm and fuzzies. I'm not open. I did no edification. I did nothing. I'm thinking in my head, what the hell am I on this phone call for? And if I'm Simon, I'm like, what the hell am I on this phone call for? And if I'm Bobby, I'm like, what the hell am I on this phone call for? What are we doing? No, it's not how this business works. Edifying, master the edification. That starts before the phone call. That starts before I get Bobby. Hey, before I get Simon on the call. Hey, Bobby, I'm sending you the video that we talked about earlier. Listen, I talked to one of my mentors. Absolute beast, made $14 million in the industry. Well, here's what's more important. Forget the money, because he makes more than you and I put together in a single month. Forget that, right? Forget the money. Here's what's crazy. This guy's helped a lot of people. He's blessed a ton of people on how to build a business and how to get it to the next level. He's taken the time and cleared his schedule to jump on the call to answer any questions after you're done watching the video. I've already set up the edification. You guys see that? You see how that works? Now Bobby watches the video. I get Simon on the 3-way call. Now I'm going to edify again like crazy. Hey, Bobby, man, what did you like best about that video? Whatever they say. Oh, that's my favorite too, right? Again, whatever they say, I say the same thing. Now I say, hey, man, I got Mr. Simon Brooks on the phone. This guy's an absolute beast. Like I told you, he makes more than you and I in a month put together. Crazy. More important than that, bro, because more important than the money, and he makes a lot of it. He blesses a ton of people and teaching them how to build this business the correct way, the right way, and efficiently. He knows the services like the back of his hand. And he could explain it to you. And he took in the time out of his day to jump on the call, to answer any questions. He given his undivided attention to you and I. It's a blessing to have him on the phone. Hey, Simon, I got Bobby here. He's an absolute beast. Like I told you, I met him over here. He explained X, Y, and Z, or talent, explain X, Y, and Z to him. I think he's going to be a great asset to the team. Bobby, this is Simon. Simon, this is Bobby. I'm going to mute my phone and let you guys take it away. Click, mute my phone. What sounds more better? Now, in Bobby's head, he's like, dude, this guy just edified the heck out of him. He edified me. And then when Simon's talking to him, Simon's going to edify me now at the end of it. Now Bobby's thinking like, man, Joseph just edified the heck out of Simon. Simon's edifying the heck out of, and he's not thinking about like saying edifying. Let's be real. He's not thinking of on that level. He's like, man, Joseph talked highly about Simon, and Simon's saying Joseph is the team to join, and Joseph is the man. He's building it. I need to get involved right now. The more you edify, the less you have to close. Edify, you got to master it. If you're not good at it right now, get good. Practice edification. Practice in front of a mirror. Practice with your kids. Practice invite whoever you would use for a three-way phone call. Practice edifying them right now. Master it. You're going to need it to hit P600. Number 2. Also, there's a book calling The Art of Edification. I'll get you the author. I'm drawing a blank. Number 2. This is probably one of the most important skill sets that's going to help you rank up throughout your career. But you really got to get good at it at P600, and here's why. Because you've already ranked up once and your head's got like this. There's people that I know that they hit P150 and they're the best. Now they're going to change the way the three-way calls are going to go. They're going to change getting people on the 72-hour. They're going to change, oh, this system doesn't work. No, it just helped you rank up and you never done it before, but it doesn't work. You're right. It just helped 4,000 people in our organization rank up in one day, but you're right. It doesn't work. People's heads go like this. Number 2, you got to be able to follow instruction. You got to be coachable, man. Honestly, man, there's people that still speak into my life today, and I listen to them. If Simon gave me a suggestion, I would listen because he's made a buttload of money. He built a dream home that he wants. I'm not saying that to boast his ego. I'm being 100% transparent so you guys understand that's where I'm at. And I made a lot of money, but I never stopped being coachable. I never stopped learning. Never. Most people stop reading at the 7th grade, so their reading level never increases for the rest of their life. But yet my millionaire friends sometimes read up to 6 books a month. Listen, I'm not there. I don't like reading. That's why you see me post up on Facebook or Instagram and it'll be spelled wrong and people make fun of me. And I say, listen, I want to be rich, not right. But I listen to personal development every day. Every day. You got to be coachable. Some people struggle with this big time. I'm sure I have people on my team that reach out to some other people. They're like, hey, Joseph doesn't know what he's talking about. He does things like this, and I don't agree with it. He's too hardcore, and I don't agree with it. He's too this, and I don't. Listen, you're not coachable, man. If we're going to be real, you're not coachable. You got to be coachable. You got to be able to follow instruction. Brandon tells me to do something, I'm not going to argue with him. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Jason Brown picked up the phone right now and told me to do something. I'm not going to argue with him. I'm going to freaking do it. I'm going to listen. Number 3, learn the importance of personal development. I think those two go hand in hand. Now, listen, I want you guys to understand something on personal development. Good book, Leaders Eat Last. Read it. But it's probably the number one skill that directly doesn't pay you. Just because I go to Fraser Brooks seminars out in California doesn't mean it's going to pay me. It's not directly going to pay me. Indirectly, I'm going to make a buttload of money if I listen up and attend that conference. I'm going to learn things that I never learned before. I'm going to be surrounded with like-minded individuals that are all pushing and motivated to go to another level. So indirectly, it's going to pay me a buttload of money. Directly, it doesn't pay me. Personal development, master it. Do it. Your income will never exceed your personal development level. Your income will never exceed your level of knowledge. Personal development, people don't, it's going to teach you all different areas of the business, from being able to be relatable with people, being able to be persuasive, learning how to use your words, learning how to handle objections. There's so many different things out there that you can do with personal development. There's so many books I could go off, Zig Ziglar, Eric Worre, all these different books. I mean, there's so many different books that are out there that you could go and read. Personal development's huge. But one of my things, I like Leaders Eat Last. It's a good book. Those are the skill sets. Those are the skill sets that are needed to hit and obtain those ranks. And some of you, and I'm going to be real, some people won't even want to do those things. That's okay. Oh, that's okay. Stay a P150, stay a customer, trade, use the services, and make a lot of money with it. You can make a lot of money with the services, guys. I'm being honest. I think some of our number one earners are people that are using the service. You can make a lot of money with it. Ness Vasquez trading options and binaries, 4.6 million in his trading portfolio. Kid was dead broke. He had to sleep on my couch here at my house because he couldn't get a hotel. Dead broke, 4.6 million. I mean, 90% of the guys that are out here that are trading, making money in IM Academy, they were with me in my last company. A lot of them were broke. They didn't know how to trade. Now they're learned a skill. They learned a skill that's going to last them a lifetime, and they're blessing others by teaching people how to trade as well. Not only are they building their own portfolios, they're helping others build their portfolios, and they're still making money in the services and on the business side. Some people don't want to hit a P600. That's okay. I'm not here to force everybody to do that. You now know, the skill sets that you need to work on to obtain P600. You know the responsibilities. Because when you learn these skill sets, it's your responsibility to teach it to your team. It's your responsibility to teach everybody that's in your organization. And you got to learn this stuff as if Simon and Roger aren't around. Oh, whoops, I hit something, sorry. You gotta learn these skills and master these skills as if Simon and Roger aren't around to hold your hand. I was so pissed the other day when I seen somebody comment that, oh, what, you guys are wanting us to add the vibrata? Roger, you're wanting us to add this because you're getting a kickback? Are you an idiot? He gets a kickback? No, we don't get no kickback. It's from the company. The company's not saying, hey, we're going to pay you because you're promoting people to use a multi-million-dollar service. Everybody in my team out here uses the vibrata. I don't get not $1 back from it. But it's so that they can jump on other services and they can learn the web analyze and they could do all these different things and they have the ability to make more money. These guys are taking time out of their day to benefit the team. They're not doing it for other compensations. They're doing it to that the team will win. Yeah, in the end, if the team is strong, yeah, they make money. Yeah, they do. So what? But they make money on being able to duplicate themselves over and over and over again. And that's what we're going to create here. By teaching you the responsibilities and the skill sets needed to rank up, now you all have it. And now if these guys want to go on a vacation, they could go on a vacation, and they're going to be people on this call. If Roger doesn't send out you should be blowing up Roger next Wednesday. Hey, just want to confirm, we're doing the training. Hey, we're going to learn the P1000. Hey, I'm just confirming because I'm going to send this out. I'm going to be a promoter. I'm going to learn how to invite. I'm going to have people on it. And yeah, we may not want new people, like a prospect on this call. This isn't for them. But if you have somebody that you signed up in the business, by all means, they should be on this damn call. They shouldn't miss it. You should be promoting it better than Roger, better than Simon. If you really, again, remember I asked you, do you really want to be a chairman? Do you really want the responsibilities, or do you just want to make 10 grand? You can make money in anything, anywhere. But do you really want the responsibilities that it's going to take? Do you really want the responsibilities that it's going to take to hit those ranks? You got to really ask yourself that. And if not, by all means, Roger and Simon aren't going to get mad. This isn't for everybody. They're not going to be mad. Stay at whatever rank you want to be at and just use a service and trade. That's fine. I got people that want to trade, and they're going to make a lot of money trading. They know more than me. They came in after me. They know more than me on trading. Okay? I love each and every one of you. Listen, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to teach you guys the skill sets, the responsibilities, and we're going to come hardcore. And I'm not saying this to be offensive, but I'm saying it to motivate you and push you to get out your comfort zone. If you want to rank up, you got to get uncomfortable. You got to get uncomfortable. And you can't expect it to be all unicorns, rainbows, and sunshines. That ain't going to happen. You got to build this thing with grit. You got to learn. The great thing is, if you learn the skill sets and you learn everything, you're going to be able to build a massive organization. Okay? So I love each and every one of you. I appreciate all of you for taking time out of your night to get on this call. I'm going to turn it back over to Roger. As I always say, I'll see you guys at the top or from the top. And let's pack this out next Wednesday, man. Because you guys are the first team that's getting this training. Nobody's getting this training from me yet. Nobody. Not one. Not my local guys. Not all my guys that are close. Not all the guys that are here, right here. None of them. You guys are getting it. So I appreciate each and every one of you. See you guys at the top or from the top. Let's kill it.
Thanks for that, Joe. Do you know, guys, there is one thing that I would add to Joe's list, and I would add passion. You guys have to get passionate about what you do. And that's one thing that Joe has in buckets full. You see it, you can feel it coming across the screen. He's absolutely and utterly passionate about what he does. Same thing goes for Simon. Simon is obsessive about this business. I've known the guy for 30 years. He's absolutely obsessive. The pair of us, we talk to each other. It sounds weird, actually. Probably before we get out of bed. Phone rings, and it's like the same both ways. We reach across, grab a phone, start work. Before we get out of bed, we start work. And at night time, again, I'm getting messages from him. And I've got messages from him like 1 a.m. And I've tried to phone him back, and he's hit silent real quick. This, look, Julie's asleep. She's next to me. But he's still working. He's passionate about what he does. You have to get passionate. We have an astonishingly exciting business. We've got an opportunity where we can help people to make money. And we can get paid for helping people to make money. And right now, the world is going to hell in a basket. People are scared to death, and we can do something about it. And instead, we got 20 people on the call now. We had 60 people on the call last night. The other 40 people are probably watching TV. Guys, you're the ones that actually are going to make something with this business. If you take what we do, make bowlfuls of notes, make your notes, and then take it into action, do something about it. Excuse me. This cough will go eventually. The good news is nobody can get coronavirus on a Zoom call. So we're good about this right now. On Monday, we're going to do another training with Brandon, and Brandon has a ton of stuff to teach us. And you've got to look at what you're getting here, because Brandon said yesterday that we've got like a university degree course in how to trade, but you've got a university degree course in how to build a business as well. You have multimillionaires giving their time free of charge to teach you how to do this stuff. I'm going to wave to Joe. So we've got multimillionaires teaching you how to do this stuff, and they're not charging you. Why wouldn't you take advantage of that? So Monday night, get as many people in your team to listen to Brandon's call. By Wednesday, get an army of people listening to the opportunity call. Those opportunity calls work like crazy. Simon had 7 prospects on last night. Simon, give me a nod. Yeah, 7 prospects on it. In fact, unmute yourself. Let's just do it. Unmute it. How many people on the call? You need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, 7 on. In actual fact, Jason was one of them on.
Yeah.
Jason joined back after the call, and Jason's on this call.
Yeah.
So goes to show inviting. Guys, you need to be the professional inviter. Don't just think, yeah, I just invite if I get round to it. No. In my 32-year career, I've always perfected the invitation. Tell them everything, but tell them nothing. And I'm a great believer in going down the road of money. Talk money. When I was involved in health and nutrition, I never talked about wellness. I never talked about, oh, this product can really benefit you with this. No, I talk to people about how much money do you want to make. You move enough of this stuff, you're going to make what you want to make. This is no different. No different whatsoever. So be that professional inviter. But yeah, Jason was on last night's call, and I'm hoping Jason will start to invite people on the next calls. But yeah, so we have a whole system lined up with this business. And Roger and I was talking several times today, and we was just saying, isn't it fantastic to be involved in a recession-proof business? All these other companies that do pills, potions, lotion, tablets, skincare, face cream, coffee, whatever, travel in the world, they're going through their turmoils. They're going through massive problems. We haven't got those problems. We don't need to meet people in hotel function rooms and connect and contract a virus. We do it on Zoom. The example is this weekend, my mother-in-law will be 90. And we had the whole family traveling all over the country. It was going to do a big surprise birthday bash. We're not doing that now. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to do a Zoom birthday bash. She's never been on a Zoom. So I'm going to have to educate her remotely tomorrow. That's going to be interesting.
Do you want me to do a presentation for that?
Yeah, if you can. If you can do a slide presentation, that would be fantastic. But guys, we are in the perfect business. So when you're speaking to a prospect and say, oh, nah, I've heard about that before. Oh, no, I don't know anything about trading. You don't need to. You do not need to know anything about trading. If you can send a text, if you can do anything like that, if you are prepared, as Joe said, if you're prepared to learn, then you can do this. Just to let you know, Joe is my sponsor. Joe actually introduced me to IM Academy. So, yeah.
Guys, so that's it. So the deal then for us is Monday, training with Brandon. Massively important training with Brandon. Wednesday, get as many people as you can on the Zoom. I'll do the presentation, Brandon will do the presentation, someone will do the presentation on your behalf. You don't even need to know how to present this business to people. Just get them to listen. And then next Thursday, Joe's going to take on this training, and he's going to tell you how to get not to P150, not to P600, but he's going to teach you how to get to P1000 and P2000. That's getting you $1,000, getting you $250 every Friday, or $500 every Friday. Right now, in this day and age, who can't use an extra $500 every Friday? You've got friends and relatives who pretty soon are going to be sent home from work, and the companies are going to be saying, we need to send you home and we can't afford to pay you for the next couple of months. And you're going to have no choice, because if you say no, you won't have a job. So right now, we're in a position to help. Let's not maximize an opportunity. Let's not abuse a privilege. Let's help people we care about. That's it for now, guys.
You know, everybody in the UK are having a pay rise this week. Why? Because the dollar today went to 115. Can you imagine if the dollar went 1 for 1? We're getting a huge pay rise. It's getting better and better and better for us. I got a friend that's got property in America, and he uses the dollar big time. He hates it. He absolutely loathes it when the dollar gets good for us. Okay? It's a real benefit. Anyway, we got lots on. Get focused, get stuck in, get building.
Okay, guys, I'm just unmuted everybody. Say goodbye, everybody.
Thanks a lot.
Bye, everyone. See you soon.
Bye.